Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and we are playing Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is our Union campaign. We are at the end of July of 1861. So far, things have been going fairly well. We've had victories out here. We've had victories here in Virginia. We've also had defeats in Virginia. My main concern right now is in Virginia, as we've got quite a bit of opposition to us down here with Hampton's division. We've got the Army of the Potomac, the Army of the Shenandoah, and the Army of the Northwest all gathered in this area. Our Army of the Potomac with 20,000 men is really not in any position to attack 42,000 Confederate soldiers plus whatever they have here in the Army of the Potomac, 15,000. So we've got the Army of Northeast Virginia with 18,000. They are currently retreating still from their defeat. The Army of the Shenandoah is still forming up. Ulysses S. Grant is going to be in charge of my main driving force that's going to be going down into Virginia. I don't want to get pushed out, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to counter all this manpower that the Confederates have right here. Looking at this, we do have two blockades. We've got the Hampton blockade, which is down here. We've also got another fleet. Let's see, what do we have here? The James River Squadron. That's 7 ships with 32 guns. We do have another fleet somewhere right here. Willets Point Garrison, that would be the fort. 4 ships, 114 guns. Let's take a look at them. It may be time to move them down when they get ready. We should say how long it has until they get ready, but they are in a position to take on the James River Squadron. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to create a new fleet. We are going to do that. Let's see, port level. I don't want to go with the Chicago Harbor. New London, that's in Connecticut, so I guess that's where we'll build our new fleet. We're going to go with the 2 big gun frigates. And then we're going to round that out with a couple of these steam sloops. There we go. So that's going to give us 114 guns. In that fleet, it's going to be the Block Island Sound Squadron. Sloop of War, we're going to add that, 125 guns. So, looks like they are all ready. They just have to, let's go find them. There we go. Once they get ready, we'll send them down to take on the James River Squadron here. I also want to have something available to push up the river further. Probably would be helpful if I actually had a river squadron. We'll get to that. We've got 2 blockades, like I said, Hampton's blockade and the Cairo blockade. I've never actually seen the Cairo blockade, so let's go take a look at that. Okay. Where would you be, Cairo? Not in Missouri, that's for sure. As you can tell, my knowledge of Illinois geography is just non-existent. So you would think that the Cairo would be somewhere around in actual Illinois, but tell you what, I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm checking on our armies in the west. We are working on a supply depot out here. 15 days until that supply depot gets constructed. Their readiness is not the best because they were just engaged in a battle not too long ago. But once they get their readiness up, we can deal with the Western Army. 12,000, and we've got 17,000 here and 12,400 here on their push down to Memphis. And policy-wise, right now we're working on print notes. We've got 15.5 days until print notes. I'm going to go with Regulars Act after that. That'll be 21 days. I want to take a look at my finances here. My funding. I've got recruitment maxed out. Not sure if I want to, I could always drop my diplomacy down and then raise up industry a little bit. Raise that up to about 100,000. So that's about what we got going forward. Still very tempted to start moving the Army of the Potomac down, but they are really not in a position to be taking on this force down here all by themselves. If this guy ever stops retreating, we can move him down. So I guess all that's left to do is to push play. See how things play out for now. Department of Pennsylvania, how are you doing? 11,000. They're encamped. Let's move in on the farms of Staunton. He's working on a telegraph too. Alright, he's in camp, so he can move down. 19,000 men. I think I'm going to position him over here in case they get frisky with the Army of the Northwest. Let's take a look at our Army of Maine on the move. They are still on the move. So far, so good. No readiness there. Oh, they are ready. Waiting orders. Alright, so we're going to send them down. Let's take a look at this fleet here. Sea ship. They are not ready because still have the Virginia. These are all sea-going vessels, so they aren't going to be able to partake in any type of operations in rivers, but we can send them down here. And we're going to give them orders to blockade. Gonna start blockading Norfolk. Okay, back to our armies. Department of the West. Should I do it? Should I send them over? We're going to wait till the supply depot is constructed. Moving over to the east. Okay, Department of Pennsylvania. Half thinking to send him up against the Army of Potomac. I think that's what I'm going to do. The problem is if he retreats, he's going to retreat right through my guy or right through the army here because his readiness is so low. But I'm going to stick with we are not in a position to take on this force just yet. It would take everything we had, and I'm not willing to leave this whole avenue open for them to invade the Washington area. Okay, let's keep track of our armies out west. It looks like they are building their own supply depot down here in Little Rock. So what we could do is we could send the Department of the West down here to do something about this supply depot. If we could take that, that would be fantastic. I should probably build some telegraphs so my orders don't take so long to get there. Okay, Atlantic Blockading Squadron, how are you doing? Pretty good, apparently. Glorious victory at Hampton Roads, 3 enemy ships sunk. Good job. We are now blockading Norfolk. And the James River Squadron is booking on out of here. Apparently the home squadron decided to come join them. Fort bombardment. So we're bombing the fort, apparently. Which I'm okay with. Have at it. What's happening here? Alright, so where did they go? The Army of the Northwest is 30,000. Looks like they've started moving, unfortunately. Gonna have you build a supply depot. Put that right there. Army of the Maine. They are at their destination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them down here. And alright, they have picked the Diplomacy 1 policy. Uh-oh. Army of the Shenandoah is moving out. Another glorious victory at Hampton Roads. 3 enemy ships captured. There we go. Another glorious victory at Hampton Roads. 1 enemy ship sunk. The Atlantic Squadron is sent packing. Got the Army of Northeast Virginia down here. They are taking heavy losses, the Virginia State Militia is, as we bomb their fort. Looks like they're kind of digging in over here. Oh boy. 13,000. Where did my army go? What are you doing way out there? That's not where I sent you. Go. As fast as you can. Alright, they are... Alright, they're pushing us out. That's absolutely not what I wanted to see. Go by rail if you can. Alright. Come on, Army of Maine. They just capture this. This is going to be another battle in Newmarket. So if we get into a battle with them, we're looking at 13... about 30,000 versus... about even numbers, if they can get in position in time. Alright. Looks like they are digging in here. Let's move things along. We are printing new notes, so we have a new policy available. We're going to go with regulars. Uh-oh. Not good. You better hurry up, buddy. Army of the Shenandoah is still not ready. I think we may be in trouble. Army of Northeast Virginia with 13,495 versus the Army of the Northwest with 21,000. Alright, so we are going to get into this battle. We are outnumbered, so this may not go very good. Culpepper Courthouse, Virginia is the battlefield. We are outnumbered by about 10,000. I'm nervous about this one. So far, we haven't managed to get to the 5 consecutive land battles. Or land victories. So, okay, Brock Road, which is down here. They could be coming from either direction. We are attacking, so would be nice to have some reinforcements here. Let's see how we plan to attack. It's a very wooded battlefield. It's the Chancellorsville battlefield. Here's the objective down here. So what we could do is come down. Let's get everyone in marching columns. Okay, now what are we working with here? We've got cavalry that's not doing very good. Let's have you rally right off the bat. We do have 2 small divisions of cavalry, so get everybody rallied. Have all infantry go to long range. And artillery, have them on limber. I'm going to send my cavalry out in front. to do some scouting. Have you come down here to Chancellorsville. Okay, have you detach. We're going to send them over here to Hawkins. That. Turn off the used roads. Let's turn that off on everybody. I should probably do that before I issue any orders whatsoever, but so we're going to see what the cavalry finds, and I will get back to you once we have the enemy sighted. Okay, so here's the situation so far. Our cavalry has come out. We have found the enemy. They are dug in, or they were dug in. We are moving the rest of our army down. If you see the where I'm sending them, I'm sure you can kind of figure out what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to come at them from this. I don't know why they would pull out of this position right here. Is a really, really good defensive position. The woods basically are going to make my artillery useless unless I can get them out into the open. By them pulling out, we can get our artillery into the open and fire on them. So that may have been a kind of a bad move on their part, if you ask me. It's almost 5 o'clock at night right now, so I'm not sure how much combat our units are going to see. As of right now, I don't think there's been any shots fired. And I kind of want to wait until my whole force is assembled where I want them to be before I move on them. Really don't understand why they would pull out of this position here. It does kind of look like they are moving a little more forcibly on our artillery, or our cavalry over here. That might be the only part of our army that they have seen so far. Looks like they've left, well, they just appeared out of nowhere, so they've still got a pretty sizable force, although it looks like they've, okay, I've got troops that are just disappearing and reappearing, so maybe they aren't pulling out of this. But it's going to take a little bit for our forces to get into. There we go. They've shifted slightly, but they still have a pretty good force out here. Let's see. Who are you? Greer's Brigade. All right, we're going to have you detach skirmishers. Send them out. They're kind of getting into position. We're going to have the 3rd Division detach skirmishers as well. Okay, they are moving to counter us over here. So let's have our skirmishers come up and engage this brigade that's moving in on us. Got artillery here. I don't think they have a very good line of sight anywhere, so I can't even tell if they have any line of sight. Okay, our skirmishers from this group here, I want you to come up like this. Okay, how's your line of sight? Looks like you've actually got good line of sight on, well, this little section right here. Move you up. I did have a whole division of artillery, so maybe we can get them into position in time. Have them come up over here. Okay, are our skirmishers firing yet? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so fighting has begun. Okay. Okay. Bring you up here. Who's this down here? Forest Battalion. Have our skirmishers hit them. Have this brigade hit them too. We do have these guys that are coming down. Oh boy. Not quite the force over here. Oh. And then there's these guys, this division. If we can pull this off, it won't be bad. Problem is we got a whole lot over here, so... have him, these artillery units fire here. Start moving our cavalry up. Come in on this flank. Got a huge brigade right here. Bring them up. These guys are still moving into position over here. It's a little further south than what I want them. I'm going to give them orders to halt. want you to hit him. Okay, we are pushing up with this full brigade here, the militia, Ohio State Militia. Okay, start hitting them. Artillery, is there anything at all you can do for me? Looks like they are starting to stack up here. Wish my forces over here would get into place a little quicker. Let's bring you over here like this. Advance. Double time. What are we doing over on this flank? Not good. Oh, we did break this one division here, or brigade. These guys they haven't started moving up yet. Really need you guys to move up. Need you hit him. See if we can rally him. I've never had good luck rallying rallying my cavalry. Let's get these guns into action. Okay, he's coming up here. You have any line of sight whatsoever? Alright, looks like we've broken them. Alright, let's keep pushing down. Prince's detachment. It's a pretty sizable brigade there. There comes our cavalry retreating right in front of everybody. I think we need to focus on this brigade here. These guys really need to hurry up. How we doing over here? Can't forget about our cavalry. This cavalry's almost broken. Now we got a pretty big brigade coming in on our artillery here. It's not good. Might have to reposition them. Okay, these skirmishers are not doing too bad here. Let's have these guys come over here. More skirmishers. Their brigade. Want them over here as well. Let's get the Ohio State Militia moving. Try and encircle them. I'm going to try and distract them from my guns. Even if it means they get hit from the rear over here. This artillery is unstable, so let's see if we can rally them. Too late. Alright, well, we're not doing too bad here on the main line. Well, the Ohio State Militia they're stable. It's hard to see with the, I gotta turn the speed down on this a little bit, apparently. Have them move in here. Excuse me. Alright. They're idle. We don't want that. Man, I wish these guys would hurry up. How are we looking over here? Not very good. It looks like they've pulled out of the position that they were in over here. Eventually it's going to be the end of the day, so... Really need to get some fire on these guys. It's not good terrain for artillery, that's for sure. Very large brigade coming in on us here. Come on, guys. Can't believe these two cavalry units haven't broken yet. Just as I say that, okay, who's this? 1st Brigade. That's not good. Erasmus Keys breaks. See if we can rally. Still got a detachment out here. Very tired, disrupted. End of day would be handy right about now. Minor defeats, just switched over to minor defeat. Trying to bring up the tooltip, but it's not letting me. There we go. Exactly even on the casualties. Alright, so they are kind of bunching up on us here. These guys really need to hurry up. Let's get McDowell up a little closer here. I don't know if that'll have any effect, but... This is just... I don't even think they can fire on them through these woods. That's not good. He's starting to falter here. Says they're engaged. I don't know with who, though. Honestly, don't think our artillery's going to get any line of sight whatsoever. Yeah, they can only see right in front of their faces. The Ohio State Militia is firing on Weisinger's brigade. We're going to have... Okay, I'm assuming that our cavalry is completely done. Yeah, there they go, right there. I'm going to reposition these guys just because I don't want to lose the guns. If there isn't anything we can do, put them in these woods here. Yeah, let's keep them over here. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. My dinner was ready and my wife's lasagna takes priority over video games any day of the week. So I will try not to slip into a food coma here in the middle of the battle, which is not going very good. We've managed to slide into minor defeat. We're not that behind them, but what I'm thinking about doing is ordering a full army, kind of pull back a little bit. I don't even know if I can do that, but the situation down here is kind of a mess. We have broken a bunch of their units, but I think numbers-wise they just have the upper hand, and this group over here is just taking too long to get into position. So we've also got them to deal with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these guys back. We're going to fall back to this junction here. Give the order. Actually not, because I can't give fall back and fire orders at the same time. So let's continue the battle. If day one ends, we may actually be able to pull it off on day two. But that's a big if. So okay, another 2300's coming in on our 1400 here. We've got a detachment. These guys really need to start moving up here. Want to get my commanders over here, a little closer to the front. Have you come out here. Okay, you're coming out here as well. We've got this whole force right here to deal with. It's just taken so long to get these guys into position. Let's get the Ohio State Militia moved up. Get this detachment moved up as well. Alright, so we have a detachment moving up on our brigade here. Oh, which just broke. Try and rally him. This terrain is just completely counterproductive to artillery. And like I said, we've still got this very large force over here that only our artillery is holding off. See if this artillery has any line of sight. I don't think they do. See, we got a 2,000 man brigade right there. They're not doing anything. Move up. Move up and engage. Okay, they're moving into position ever so slowly. We're gonna lose this. It's what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, where the 5 consecutive victories, it just seems to be something that's completely outside of our capabilities at this point. Yeah, these guys are in trouble. Let's get them. I'm gonna try and fall everybody back. Maybe a little late to pull this off, but we can try. Give the order to fall back. Move our commander back. And maybe make them come to us a little bit. Like I said, it's probably too little too late, but I'm gonna try and do something here. bump the speed up a little bit. See if we can pull this off. Like I said, end of day would be very, very helpful right now. Although I don't think it's going to matter in the long run. Oh, good fight, but just didn't go our way. We had the victory for a little bit, but I think the advantage they had in numbers was just a little too much for us. That and they had a really, really good position. Yeah, we gotta get our guys out of here before this turns into a major, major defeat. Okay, fall back. See, at this point, I just want this to be done. I guess I could order them to retreat. Order a general retreat. Although it doesn't look like they're pursuing us very much. This guy is. Oh, end of day. Troops have been resupplied. Wow. Okay, deployment. Okay. So what do we do? How do we deploy for this? Get the whole army. Just pull them back here. It's a major defeat now. That is not good. Not good at all. Let's get kind of form a line here. Okay, where's your commander? Who are you guys? Ohio State Militia. Where to put you guys? It's maybe a kind of a lost cause, but we are going to try it nonetheless. Not entirely sure who all these guys are. Might want to get these brigades up a little bit. Spinning around in a circle here. If I can pull this off, I'd be really surprised. Of course, it's also going to depend on how they redeploy, too. Alright, then get our artillery. Sorry about this. I know this can be kind of maddening to watch someone do this with their units. Them up as far as they can. And move you up. Long range. And have you set to rally as well. Okay. See how this goes. Where did they go? They disappeared. That's great. Alright, well, they obviously redeployed too, so let's begin moving everybody up. Couldn't be just content with sitting there and letting us do our thing. They're probably behind us now. All my broken units are just fleeing the field. This guy is next to nobody. Alright, speed it along, see what happens. See if we actually encounter any troops here. Army of Northeastern Virginia has now 14,000 men with 6,000 losses. That's almost half our force. And here they are down here. We're gonna try, though. Can't just give up. I guess I could. It'd probably be the smart thing to do, but I am not going to do that. What are you doing way over there? Oh, he's broken. Well, rally, buddy. Come back up. There they are. Yeah, this isn't gonna go good. They're pulling back into the woods. Looks like the majority of their forces down to the south, where we are weakest. So. Okay, and they looks like they're coming out at us. Have our cavalry. Have them dismount. Alright, are you guys dismounted up here? Doesn't look like it. Let's move them up. This is called fighting a lost cause. Have you come down here? Looks like our cavalry's already broken. Okay, so I'm going to order the retreat. Actually, I wish I could take that back. Cancel. We've kind of moved it away from major defeat. Alright, French, get your guys down there. There we go. Alright, well, it is what it is. We did lose, so let's order the retreat. There's no clock. I wonder why. Army, okay, get out. Just go. I think I may have a glitch in the game here. Okay, so unfortunately I think I've experienced a game-killing glitch. There is no clock counting down. I have no way to pause and move time. We did suffer a major defeat here. So I'm going to have to exit out of this battle and then go from there and see what happens. I may have to reload it, which means this battle might not have ever happened. So this episode may be kind of a Matrix moment for the Union Army, maybe a second chance. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I reloaded in, and it started back at the beginning of day 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my army orders to retreat and see what happens. Although it is moving back. I mean, I see something like that where it's moving back, and I kind of want to refight this. Yeah, well, major federal defeat in Culpepper Courthouse. It's a little worried that the battle basically never happened. It's kind of cheesy. So, unfortunately, it was our first major defeat. Not very happy about that. We were outnumbered going in, so there's that. Alright, so our major defeat has the Army of Northeastern Virginia retreating and in a shambles. So the Army of Maine is going to rendezvous with them, and they're going to join them. Actually, I could probably do that right now, just merge the armies. No, I can't. So that's going to do it for this episode. It was a very disappointing defeat, and if we're not careful, we're going to have another one here, because they are coming up the Shenandoah Valley, and we have the Department of Ohio under McClellan that's still very, very, very low readiness. Robert Patterson and the Department of Pennsylvania is coming up. Our Army of the Potomac is not in bad shape. I mean, we could probably take them on. And if we had all 2 of our armies versus all 2 of theirs, that's 31,000. That's about even odds. So it seems to be the way this campaign's going, where I win 1 or 2, lose 1. So we did take a hit on our national morale, though, which is kind of concerning. They are still a little bit lower than us, but I kind of wanted to keep this up over 90%. We've fallen down to 90%, so we will see how things go in a future episode. Tips and advice are always welcome. Leave them in the comment section below. If you like the episode, it was kind of a strange one, I think, with the way I had to stop in the middle to eat my dinner. Hit the like button. It'll help my channel out, help the series out. And if you would like to follow along and you have yet to subscribe, you should do so. Wouldn't mind having you, and I promise you all of my episodes aren't this disjointed and bumbling. Anyway, J76NY saying thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a very good night.